Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the Scarlet and Gray already rocking this house. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the fifth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Badgers will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense takes the field. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Out of the gun to give to the back.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Badgers will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Buckeyes offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997 Charles Woodson versus David Bosch. Physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Wasting no time taking a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Badgers in the hurry-up.
And this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet. But this offense still in identity mode.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. They've got the screen set up. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Badgers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Running back searching for a hole. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Got his man on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Doyle. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time.
And he's running in the open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just... And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, and getting to the football. But it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by 4 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They're bringing heat. Got rid of it just in time. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the option. He'll toss it. Crosses to 40. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
part of that Midwest lifestyle. But when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs. So it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third down, going up top. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Strong, firm tackle.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Zings it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Got his man. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Buckeyes are on the move. The option look. He'll toss it. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moses. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs. Now out close to midfield. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Everett. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Badgers send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Turns it on at midfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a win.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Now the play fake. Fires left. Got his man downfield. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Badgers! Got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Give to the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Off the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Power football with the run. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw, it's Doyle. Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by 8 over Texas A&M. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plucked it.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to throw, it's Doyle. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What a catch and run for 6. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Ohio State, 56.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself. At the 35, he's open. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Badgers want to crank the tempo. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see the...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The offense set for a 1st down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Everett. Pocket starts to collapse. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
13.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, Big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking for space to the left. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you've just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Looking deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying. And attack them.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot, but they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Makes a move. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Gophers.
They'll leave it with him. Just plowing ahead. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. to the ground with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. The expressway is wide open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on the hat, creating the explosive run.
They'll run it on first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space.
Touchdown, Ohio State! Offense set on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
To the air, it's Doyle. Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. The back goes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 25. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Fullback's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense lining up for a first down play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Just destroying his way through the field. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Trucks through the defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football. And that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us. And they're looking pretty impressive, right?
Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ohio State. And first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the back. Makes one man miss. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. As a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage,
and they're going to score again. Yet another. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Looking for a man. It's Doyle. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And we have breaking news. They score. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able